Rather than large, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to a brand new video as we continue to discuss Arsenal transfer news this summer. It's a beautiful day. It is a special day because Gabriel Martinelli turns 21. So, special day and congratulations to Gabi Martinelli, who turns 21, Arsenal winger, Arsenal forward, one of the beautiful talents on the market right now. Oh, sorry, not on the market. He's not on the market, but in Europe right now. Absolutely, is going to become a world star. He's gonna be a star. So congrats to Gabi Martinelli for turning 21, and also former Arsenal captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the last captain that led us to winning any silverware. That was the FA Cup and the how do you call it? Is it and the Community Shield, right? So the last time we won silverware, he was captain. He turns 33, playing for Barcelona at the moment. We would love to say here from Arsenal's from Cossy's Arsenal podcast, congratulations and enjoy your days. But for now, we're going to be talking, of course, a couple of stories. David Ornstein confirming that Yuri Tielemans, there is no intention of Arsenal backing out of that race, and Yuri Tielemans has no intention of staying at Leicester City until September. Confirmed by Fabrizio Romano as well. Arsenal are preparing a new bid for Lisandro Martinez, Ajax centre-back, and also can play as a left-back. We'll talk about that. We have a massive summer coming in from David Ornstein as another part of his confirmations. He says when he looked at the plans of what Arsenal want to do this summer, he was absolutely shocked. He says this is the summer where Arsenal start to finally behave like a big club. We'll talk about that as well, and also the completed medical for my man Fabio Vieira. It's done. Look, I've done this story absolute service. I've reported everything you need to know about Fabio Vieira, and more is still going to come. The tactical analysis, how he's gonna play, how he plays, and of course who he is as a player. Hit the like button for me. Let's get this video to 500 likes. Massively appreciated if we can do that. And also, by the way, we are very close to 43,000 subscribers, and to do that we only need 300 subscribers today to get to 43,000. And I trust you lads, we will get there. We will be there. I mean, sure, we will be there. We'll be there. Tell everybody, tell your neighbor, if they support Arsenal, we will be there. If they love the podcast, we will get there. We will be there. Right, let's get to the content. Let's start off with the medicals now that are completed for Fabio Vieira, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano yesterday. Yesterday in the evening, Arsenal, of course, put Fabio Vieira on medical, and now it is done and dusted. You can't go on Fabrizio's Twitter handle. He did confirm that now Fabio Vieira signs a 5-year deal with Arsenal Football Club. Personal terms, like I reported yesterday in the evening, 100% fully agreed. 26,000 per week, I think, plus bonuses is what the player will be earning. That is his initial contract. But in my thoughts and in my opinion, he's gonna be earning more money come sometime. I don't see Fabio Vieira earning 26k per week for the next 3 years. It's going to be probably 1 year or 2 years, and that contract will be cleaned up, and then he's going to start earning clean money. But of course, the medicals have also been successfully completed. He did pass his medicals, so we do not have any confirmations or any fears of failure of the medical by the player. That is confirmed. That is done and dusted. More about that story that develops. Whenever it develops, I'll be able to let you know. And of course, Arsenal's announcement is expected early next week or even this weekend. Moving on to the next stories is David Ornstein on Yuri Tielemans and Fabrizio Romano. Now, both of these two have just joined up to give us a very consistent view of what is happening between Arsenal and Leicester City. In the last 17 hours, Fabrizio Romano has consistently been reporting that Yuri Tielemans, despite the fact that Fabio Vieira has actually come in and he was really wanted by Mikel Arteta, Yuri Tielemans has always been the priority up there for Arsenal as a club in terms of a central midfielder this summer. Now, today in the morning, Sky Sports reporter did come out and say that Arsenal are cooling their interest in Yuri Tillemans. It looks like after getting in Fabio Vieira, they're now trying to cool their interest in Yuri Tillemans. I did find that story this morning, and I'm going to say this, guys. I'm going to say this. When I think about that, that is absolute lazy journalism. Listen, this is the story that has come out. Arsenal have cooled their interest in Tillemans, making it more likely the Belgian midfielder will sign a 1-year contract extension at Leicester City. It is thought Arsenal will only sign one central midfielder in this window, and their preference is Vieira. Now, listen, let's get this very clear. David Ornstein in May confirmed and reported that Arsenal were planning on getting in a central midfielder and also someone who can double as an 8 and a number 10. A creative midfielder was wanted by Arsenal since May, and a central midfielder has been a priority since the beginning of this year. Yuri Tillemans' contacts were held with his representatives at the beginning of this year in January, as reported by Fabrizio Romano, as reported by Goal.com. So there is no way, in my opinion, lads, there is no way that Arsenal want to bring in one central midfielder. That is absolutely not true. That is lazy journalism, in my opinion, where someone just goes, okay, Arsenal brought in Fabio Vieira, and now the Yuri Tillemans deal is off. I'm going to replicate, and I'm going to, echo the words of Fabrizio Romano on this deal, and also on David Ornstein, and you will see where this deal falls. First and foremost, David Ornstein. Let's start off with him. The pursuit of Arsenal's pursuit of Vieira does not significantly affect Yuri Tillemans. However, Granit Xhaka leaving this summer will even keep the doors wider for Yuri Tillemans this summer. Still considered as a priority. David Ornstein, as per The Athletic. Fabrizio Romano, today in the morning. I have not received word, and I quote, he says, I have not received word that Arsenal's interest in Yuri Tillemans is cooling down. I've also not received word that Yuri Tillemans intends to stay at Leicester City and sign a 1-year contract extension at the moment. That might only happen in September if the player decides to stay. If there is no move for the player, it will happen in September for him to sign a new deal. As things stand, as we stand at the moment, Yuri Tillemans to Arsenal is 100% on full verbal agreement on personal terms, full verbal agreement with Leicester City to leave. We are just waiting for an initial offer, and that has not yet come, according to Fabrizio Romano. However, listen to me and listen to me clearly. No one should fool us that this deal is off. Yuri Tillemans and Fabio Vieira will both be Arsenal players for me this summer. Like I said, I'm ranking this one at 90%, Fabio Vieira at 100%, and Gabriel Jesus at 98%. Done deals. I'm not adding anything to that. However, today, the Mail have also reported that Lisandro Martinez, on his way to Arsenal, is on the cards. Arsenal continuing to push, despite the fact that our initial offer, our initial bid for the player was actually turned down. Now, Arsenal are believed to have put in a bid for around 30 million euros, 25 million pounds. The bid was actually turned down. Interesting. Very, very interesting from Ajax. And I said that yesterday. So according to the Mail, today in the morning, Arsenal are preparing a fresh bid, a fresh second bid for the young centre back who can play, who doubles as both left centre back and also left back. They want to bring him in as cover for Kieran Tierney and also for Gabriel Magalhaes. It has been reported that Arsenal are interested in the 24-year-old player because of his ability to switch between those two positions, and also his ball playing ability is one of the reasons that's why he's on top of the list on priorities of who Arsenal want to bring in this summer in terms of defensive reinforcements. The Argentina guy is only 24. So I think coming at Arsenal at the moment comes into the same age bracket as the likes of Ben White, as the likes of Saliba, and also as the likes of Gabriel Magalhaes. That puts us in a very, very better situation. Can we get this deal done? It is still on. Now, Rafinha has well been discussed today, this morning. David Ornstein and, of course, Charles Watts confirming that Arsenal are still pushing to sign Rafinha or Marco Asensio, despite the fact that Saka, Martinelli, and Moose Smith are still considered as priority players in those positions. Rafinha or Marco Asensio could be arriving in at Arsenal this summer. Saka's new contract is incoming, so we're expecting at least in the next 2 weeks Saka to announce his contract, to announce his stay at Arsenal Football Club with a release clause reportedly. But Rafinha is still being discussed as a priority target for Mikel Arteta this summer. All the players that we're talking about are not considered as secondary options, but they are considered priorities by Mikel Arteta, Edu, and Arsenal Football Club. Now, David Ornstein has also said something very interesting here about our summer, and he said this could potentially be the summer where Arsenal go back to behaving like a big club, again. This is what he said. When I looked at the plans myself, I was shocked. Arsenal are planning to bring in all these targets in the summer, not only some of them. He was talking about Lisandro Martinez. He was talking about Chire Tillemans. He was talking about Fabio Vieira. He was talking about Gabriel Jesus, Aaron Hickey. All those players are being considered priority signings for Mikel Arteta, and Edu is having tough negotiations. He's having multiple, not tough, but of course some of them are tough, especially when you consider the likes of Osimhen. But he's having multiple negotiations going on at the moment. Tillemans, Jesus, Vieira, Marquinhos, and Rafinha. 5 deals being negotiated by Edu at the same time. So there is a confirmation by David Ornstein that this summer is not going to stop at Fabio Vieira, like a couple of reports are saying Arsenal brought in Fabio Vieira, their transfer summer is done. It is only the beginning. David Ornstein has looked at the plans of Arsenal this summer, and he can confirm that all these players are wanted in one window. We are looking at bringing them all in one window. A left forward or a right backup forward in Rafinha or Marco Asensio will be coming in, will be arriving this window. A central striker who's going to be the pivot for the new forward and attack. Gabriel Jesus is coming in this window. A new central attacking midfielder, Fabio Vieira, has arrived this window. A new central midfielder, an upgrade to Granit Xhaka, is coming in this window. A backup left back, and also someone who can back up the left centre back position, is coming in this window, and also a backup goalkeeper is arriving in this window. That is confirmed. So Arsenal, according to David Ornstein, are really on their way of having a massive summer. We do not expect anymore now. We do not expect any more stories about Arsenal failing to get the deals done over the line anymore. And we do not expect Arsenal to sign less than 5 players this summer. 3 of them are already confirmed: Vieira, Matana, and Marquinhos. Gabriel Jesus will be confirmed as soon as Manchester City and Arsenal announce the agreement between both of them. So those are already 4, and 2 more signings are on their way. Massive summer. Arsenal behaving like a big club once again, according to David Ornstein. So stay focused and stay really positive. Speak to you soon.